Luke here of SimBoxx in association with Clint Patrick, and today I'm delighted to be joined by a former British title outright owner and former world title challenger in Brian the Lion Rose. Brian, how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I've lost a little bit of weight since last time I've seen you, so mentally I'm so much better and ready to fight next week.
Yeah, so we're 7 days or less than 7 days away from the return to the ring for Brian Rose. It's been a few months, or a good few months, since you last fought that fight against Anthony Fowler. How are we feeling ahead of this fight? How's camp been?
Camp has been good. I've not been given much time, so I expected to fight in April, May, like early May. And I was given this opportunity, a 6-rounder. So I know I'm fit enough for a 6-rounder. It's not at the most ideal weight. You know, I'm still 12. I'm going to come in at 12, 12, 3, 12, 4. So it's the heaviest I've ever fought at. But at the same time, I just want the opportunity. You know, there's not much money in it. I might as well be going over there and fighting for free because, but it's not about that. I know the opportunity will come. It gets me back in the rankings, gets me back as an active fighter, and the opportunities will come after this. So, like you say, it's. I mean, I'm not looking past it at all. But at the same time, this should be straightforward and just a tick over until I get a big one.
Yeah. So the fight's with Jose Manuel Lopez Clavero. It's going to be broadcast on Fight TV as well. So it has got a UK broadcaster, which is good. So your fans will be able to tune in. But as you say, most importantly, it's getting in there and shaking off those cobwebs and lining up something a little bit bigger in 2021. But the thing that I'm most intrigued about, Brian, is this road trip over to Barcelona. I was speaking to Kieran the other day, and he was saying that you're actually driving over there because of obviously the restrictions and everything else. I'm sure that's going to be some journey, and to be a fly on the wall of the car on the way over there would be some experience, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think Bobby was best to please. He's gone from working with like Rampage Jackson on first class flights to Max and Paddy campervan going over to Barcelona. So it's slightly different, but mate, it's all an experience in it. So as long as I get a win, I get back in those rankings, that's all that matters. We'll literally go anywhere and travel anywhere to have a fight. We're literally going to get on the bus, have a fight, jump back on the bus.
Job done. I've seen on your social media today, yourself, Bobby, Kieran taking the COVID test, the mandatory COVID test. Bobby, is always, in there with the one-liners and the jokes. That looked like a real amusing situation. Take us through the process there. Like, how was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, me and Bobby have always had a laugh, and obviously Kieran used to train with Bobby years ago, so we go back a long way. Me, Kieran, and Bobby. Kieran probably used to look up to me in the gym. You know, when he turned pro, I was British champion. He probably looked at me as if, you know, someone to look up to. But now I actually look up to him because it's something that I want to do after my boxing career. You know, I want to become a manager. So me and Kieran spoke today actually about maybe learning me the ropes a little bit and me doing some co-promoting with him. So, I mean, that's all in the future. At the moment, I've got to get this Spanish lad out of the way and then back involved. Have one more big year. Get a couple of big fights. I know I'm more than capable of winning a British title, maybe a European, my world title challenge. You know, them days might be over, but who knows? Stranger things have happened.
You know, you mentioned before that you're up at a career heaviest weight for this fight as a kind of one-off. But what we thinking is the ideal weight for Brian Rose? Are we thinking middleweight? Are we down at 154? What's the ideal weight you're going to be targeting moving forward?
It's a bit of a discussion me and Bobby have all the time. He still believes I can compete at light middle and make that weight quite comfortably, but I beg to differ. I think I'm a fully blown middleweight now, just because of my age, and I feel stronger at that weight. While I'm training, I must admit, I've been sparring and I'm the best I've ever felt while sparring at the moment, and that's the truth. But I am heavy, so I wouldn't like to stay at this weight and be getting crap back off them super middles and, you know, light heavies, because it's all right feeling good and giving it out, but it's when you've got to take them smacks back. So I understand that I can't stay at this weight feeling good, but I think middleweight would be ideal, but I would take an opportunity at light middle. So light middle, whatever opportunity comes, and the best opportunity I'll take.
Fantastic. I just want to rewind a little bit here. Have you seen? I got ahead of myself with some of the questions, but of course, you linked up with Kieran in the meantime since we last spoke. And of course, you've got a bit of a backstory there, as you say, with Kieran, that he used to train with Bobby. But where did the opportunity to work with Kieran come from, and why Kieran? You know, I'm sure you would have had plenty of opportunities for yourself, but Kieran's a young, up and coming promoter, manager, trainer. He's very busy. But why Kieran? Why now?
Well, I was signed with MTK, and I knew my contract was up with MTK. I mean, I probably could have signed something else with them, but I felt like I was a bit lost with MTK. Like they've done me so well in the past, and probably would have done me good staying with them. But at the same time, I'm like they had so many fighters to deal with, so it was hard to get a look in sort of thing. So I do thank MTK for the help they give me, and they were amazing. You know, they're probably the best management firm out there at the moment. But Kieran, I just wanted to give him the opportunity. I wanted to give him the opportunity. I knew I could ring him and peck his head whenever I wanted because he's my mate. We literally speak every day. We FaceTime each other. We come up with ideas, you know, of opponents and things we can do together business-wise. So it's just ideal at this time in my career because I almost probably could manage myself, but I haven't got probably the contacts he's got and the know-how. So I'm in a position now where I can speak to Kieran and kind of manage myself, but at the same time, him make the decisions for me. So, yeah, I feel happier than I did a few years ago signing with Kieran. And like I say, it's an opportunity for him. I'm his biggest name that he signed. You know, he has only got prospects. So, you know, it's a good scout for him, and hopefully he'll sign more fighters through signing me.
Exciting times. Brian, I wanted to put like a bit of a difficult question to you, know, and I'm sure as always you'll be as honest as you can be. But, you know, 38 fights, you've been a pro for 15, 16 years. Some people are going to question the desire of what's left for Brian Rose to achieve and, you know, what's the motivation behind this comeback. What would you say to those people?
I mean, I'll just tell you reasons because I'm an honest person. You know, I struggled mentally before Christmas. I had severe depression. I'm not going to lie. You know, people say to me, I mean, I used to say the worst thing. I used to say, "Oh, how can he have such a bad life? You know, how can he be depressed? He's got kids and he's got a beautiful wife. You know, I've got all that. I've got beautiful kids, and you know, I've got. Anyone would think I've got a perfect life, but before Christmas, I was in a bad way. I was drinking a lot. I was drinking most nights, and I was struggling with the lockdown. I'm used to going out and socialising. I'm used to having my gym open, meeting people, and I couldn't do that. First lockdown was great because I felt like I interacted with my family and something that I'd not done before because I was always away at camp. So I got close to my, but the second one, I really struggled. And I just wasn't me. So I thought I need to do something. I need to train. And then started training again. And I got the bug again. You know, I wanted to fight. I sparred and thought, you know, I was pushing myself in sparring, having wars. And I thought, there's no reason why I shouldn't be fighting again. So that's purely it. Listen, I know I'm not the Brian Rose I used to be, but I certainly know that I can beat most of them fighters out there at British level. I know that 100%. I'm not doing it for the money, and that's how I know I've still got it here. Because if I was doing it for the money to pay my bills, then I wouldn't be doing it. You know, I'd say there'd be no reason. I'm purely doing it because I enjoy it, and I think I'd be a much dangerous fighter because I'm enjoying it and because I want to do it, not because of the dough, not because of the money.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear that you've been able to come out the other side of those issues, you know, and it's great of you to be able to speak out and you know, be so open with the mental issues you faced before Christmas. So, you know, hats off to you for that, Brian. Moving forward, obviously there's one name that's constantly going to be brought up, and I'm sure at this stage, you know, you're probably bored of repetitive answers, but Scott Fitzgerald, it's not going away. Kieran's adamant that he's going to get this fight made. It's not looking likely anytime soon. You know, Scott's had his own issues out of the ring, and we wish him the very best in returning to the ring. He's got a fight coming up on April 10th, from what Eddie Hearn's been saying. But yeah, this fight is one that's got to happen, and one that we're really excited at the thought of happening, especially in the Northwest. For the people that might not know, Brian, Explain just why a Brian Rose versus Scott Fitzgerald fight is such a big occasion, Preston and Blackpool, and the rivalry that comes along with it.
Yeah, well, basically, Blackpool Preston is huge. It's massive. There's no bigger derby around here than Blackpool Preston. I've been in Scott Fitzgerald's position in terms of being British champion. I know he's not British champion anymore because he's been stripped, but in terms of being a British champion and having to fight anyone, and I literally fought anyone that was putting my way. I fought my mandatories. I even, because I couldn't get a fight at the time because we couldn't get it on Sky against Sam Webb, I got an ex-world champion over from America, knocked him out, and then defended my British title after that. So for me, when you're British champion and people are after you and trying to fight you, just fight them and you prove you're the best. And for me, Scott Fitzgerald hasn't done that. And I know he struggled mentally, and I probably nowhere near as bad as him, but I struggle, and I know the pain, and I know the feeling. But he messed me about. He made me go in camp twice, and he pulled out twice. That cost me money. He takes me away from my family, so it cost me money at the end of the day. There's no reason why that fight shouldn't happen. I have been told, and Kieran's had a message back from Matchroom saying that he wants an easy fight before the Fowler fight, which is fair enough. I'd just rather be told that than me mess about. So I've kind of give up on the Fowler fight. If he on the Fitzgerald fight, I don't want to fight Fowler again. I've give up on the Fitzgerald fight for now. If he gets, Fowler will probably beat him. So when Fowler beats him, he's going to look at a way back and a comeback. So I'll fight him then if I have to. Because like I say, if he beats Fowler, he's going to look at an easy one next in his eyes, and he'll probably look at me then. But I just know I've got the skills and the know-how to beat Fitzgerald. I know people say I got beat by Fowler, but he beat Fowler. But boxing doesn't work like that. It doesn't. Anyone that knows anything about boxing doesn't. And I know I've got the technical ability to beat Fitzgerald, and I also know I've got first blood because he's pulled out twice. There's something mentally in his head that doesn't want to fight me. 100%.
Absolutely. We look forward to that fight if and when it happens, Brian. Of course, we've got the fight next week, the rivalry with Scott Fitzgerald. We've boxed that off. Just to close with, Brian, I wanted to get a quick word on, we had the official announcement last night of Demetrius Andrade versus Liam Williams. Of course, you've challenged Demetrius Andrade for the world title in the past. How much of a chance do you give Liam Williams in that fight?
Well, I did something about a year ago, and I said Liam Williams was the most improved fighter from Great Britain. I really do think. No, there was a time in my career where I thought I beat Liam Williams. I did, and I probably wanted to fight him at one stage in my career, but fuck that, I won't like to fight him now. So yeah, you know what? If anyone from Britain can test him at the moment, it is Williams. But it's a tough ask. Demetrius Andrade is a world amateur champion. He's a 2 times world champion as a pro. He's a really, really good fighter. So Williams can push him, and he could pull it off if he's on his day. But I think Demetrius Andrade is just too good at the moment. So for me, Demetrius Andrade will win the fight. But I really hope Williams goes over there and wins. I really do. And I think out of everyone in Britain in that way, he has got the best opportunity.
Yeah, we're excited for that fight. Brian, just before we finish, I'd like to give you the opportunity to, if there's anything on your chest that you want to get off the mic, shows you anything you'd like to add to finish.
Just the support I had when I announced the fight in Spain. I know it's something quite, it's small, it's the 6 rounder, but to me it's huge. It's not only getting my career back on track, it's getting my life back on track. So it means a lot to me, a hell of a lot to me. And anyone that knows me knows I was in a bad place. I was in a dark place. So training and boxing has saved me from that. So anyone that got behind me and supported me when I announced the fight, I really appreciate it. And like you say, it's on a channel called Fight.tv. It's an app. Download the app, Fight.tv, and you'll be able to tune in. And there's some cracking fights on the night as well.
Fantastic. Well, Brian, we wish you the best with that. I'm sure we'll catch up again in the future. But thanks for your time today, and the best of luck next week. We'll catch up again soon.